Hello everyone, Professor Christensen here. I'm just going to do a quick video. This video is going to walk us through the class and hopefully give you some tips for success in this financial accounting class. Welcome aboard. So let's start over here, which is the outline, overview, and help. This is the place where you're going to find all of the general information about the course. This is set up exactly like all of the rest of the course in that there are things to do in order. Number one is going to be watch this video, but it's not there yet. So things to do in order, and each week you're going to have things to do in order. So here there's a one-page course summary which kind of gives you all of the details that you need about the course. Let's click on that quickly. Things like my office hours, the textbook, what technology you're going to need, and some other tips, how your grade is calculated, okay? And then your course outline, which is basically what we just looked at, but in a lot more detail. So please take a look at that. Please read all of these. Here's the link to buy your textbook. Be sure to do this right away. You're going to need Connect immediately, and you get 2 free weeks access, as you can see right here. This is unusual in that the bookstore definitely has the best deal for this. You can get the textbook and the code, 106.65. It's less than you can buy it directly from McGraw-Hill. Please read everything about the textbook. Don't buy a used book or anything, because then you have to still buy the code, and the code is about $100, okay? All right, so here is a grade tracking sheet. So if you're ever not sure whether something counts towards your grade or not, look at the grade tracking sheet. My recommendation is that you download this grade tracking sheet, and then each week you take a look at it, and hold on a minute, take a look at it and fill in your grades, okay? And by the end of the semester, these will all be filled in and you'll have the total. Okay, so download this on your computer, maybe on your desktop, someplace where you can keep it, and then each week as you go through, put in your grades for each of those things. Okay, there's a video here if you want to know how to use your grade tracking sheet. Please watch this video about Connect that has some excellent tips. There are some little tips and helpful things in Connect that video will show you. And there's a practice assignment, so you could play around with that. You could just put in any old answer, just so you can see how Connect works if you've never used it before. Please post your introduction right away so we can get to know each other. The monthly calendar is very important. Those are all of the due dates for the semester. So download those, and that will help you with anything you need to know as far as the due date goes. So if you have trouble with Connect, for example, you start an assignment and you can't get back in or something like that, there's nothing I can do to help you with that. Now, if you think it could be something where I had a setting set wrong, feel free to write to me. But if it seems to be like a technical problem, get in touch with McGraw-Hill. They will help you. Here's all the information that you need for that, okay? A little article about emailing professors and also other professional people. The accounting tutorial schedule will be up there as soon as I get it, and then here is my schedule for the semester, so you know when I'm teaching and when I'm available. I have office hours, 5 office hours a week. I am happy to meet you any other time, so if you're working 9 to 5 and my office hours are during the day and you'd like to meet after work, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to meet with you any other time, okay? Here's course materials. This is where everything is, all of your learning materials are, all right? There's a helpful handout here, basically what you should be doing for each chapter in order to learn the material the best that you can. Links to guided examples that walks you through exercises, some extra exercises. My YouTube channel is here. There are probably others that you'll find helpful. If you find anything that's particularly helpful, just maybe post it on the Q&A discussion so people will know, other people can look at it. And then let's take a look at our first week so you can see what a typical week looks like, okay? So here's that handout again. Here are the learning objectives for Chapter 1. very important. Financial accounting is cumulative, meaning if you don't understand the stuff in chapter 1 and you try to go on to chapter 2, you're going to be in trouble. Okay? So make sure, particularly chapters 1 through 3, that you really get a good understanding of those, because that's the foundation for the rest of the semester. Okay? All right, again, like I said, we're going to do things in order, so post the reply in your discussion. You're going to watch the chapter 1 videos. Now, when you click on this, it's going to take you right to Connect, and it's going to take you to the videos. All right? There's also, this is one of my videos. There are other videos in here that should hopefully be helpful to you. And then here is your Connect assignment. Take a couple of minutes and watch this AICPA Accounting Careers video. Excellent video. People are sometimes surprised about some of the things you can do in accounting, so take a look at that. And even if it's not for you, it might be for somebody you know, right? Okay. And at the end of each chapter, you're going to have, you're going to write in the journal. There's a journal here, so when you go there, it'll give you instructions as to what you're going to do. And then if you have any questions, you can post on the discussion board in the Q&A. All right, and of course you can always get in touch with me if you're stuck on something. My recommendation is always start early. I know at the beginning, obviously that's tough because we're just getting started, but start early. This way, look, if it's something that's due on, let's say, Friday night at 11:59, and you're starting it at Friday night at 10 o'clock, I'm sleeping, so I can't help you out. But, you know, if you started a few days ahead of time and you get into trouble and you're like, Professor, I don't get this, I'm happy to meet you online. I could take a look at what you're doing, and sometimes it's obvious, and I could just say, oh, well, you just forgot this, or you didn't do this right. So try to get a little bit ahead. There are things due constantly, so you do want to try to get ahead and have you know, have a few days of leeway, and also if something else happens, you know, you get some glitch, like you have to work late, then you have a situation where you're not in trouble. I want to point out one thing on the syllabus, which is about the free, let me go down here, courtesy extensions. So here I remind you of what I just said. You can always do assignments early. So I know that sometimes, look, your boss says you have to work late. You weren't planning on working late. You were planning on going home and doing your homework. Or your kids are homesick and you weren't planning on your kids being homesick, right? So life happens. And so I give you 3 courtesy extensions. So that means if something happens and you can't get to one of your assignments, you can get an extension. Now, the extensions, you can have 3 of them. If you don't use them at the end of the semester, they're each worth 5 points. So think about that carefully. So that means, so the assignments are penalized 5% per day, right? So if you do a little math, if you have a 10-point assignment, or even a 20-point assignment, and it's 1 day late, that's not 5 points, right? That's only a couple of points. So only use the extensions if it's going to make sense to you, like if it's going to cost you more than 5 points, right? Otherwise, if it's 1 day late, it's 5%, it's not a big deal, right? Okay, so I hope that is helpful to you. I am here for you if you need anything. There's some other, by the way, here's the link to the journal. Here's the email, in-course email, if you want to send me a note. I will send you an announcement every week. I'll summarize what's happening that week, and then also what you know, what the due dates are. That will appear here in announcements, and it will also appear in your email, your school email. All right. So do keep track of, even though I did ask for your other email, do read your WCC email every day, because there's nothing I can do about the fact that when I post an announcement here, it's going to go through to your WCC email. I have no control over that. So there are some things that are absolutely going to come through to your WCC email. If I see, if I see that you're missing, or I have to talk to you about something, I'll use the email that you put into the student questionnaire. Okay? And don't forget to do your student questionnaire. I look forward to meeting all of you, seeing your introductions. Don't forget to post a picture. And I'll see you in class. All right. Have a great